Good evening, and welcome to Sports Line Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, and I'm broadcasting live from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports and gaming capital of the United States of America. And you're listening to this program right here on 910 AM WBRCBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. You can also listen live over the internet at PelicanSportsTV.com, PelicanSportsTV.com, or you can listen to the program through the Pelican Sports app. Put it right there on your iPhone or your Android. I got it on my iPhone. I just hit the button and boom, it works great. So I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to have you there as we get to week number 3 of the college football season. And we're in week number 2 of the NFL. And last week was no good for the MeatMan. No good. 2-5. Wow. Right. Wow. 1-2 in the colleges. 1-3 in the pros. Ouch. Ouch. The week before, 3-1. First week of the college football season, good, 3-1. Preseason NFL, 5-0, 4-0, however you want to grade it. Last week, no good, man. Just didn't have it. I had the Saints. I wasn't a bad pick, but man, I tell you, I don't know what to say about the Hootatters, the Bless You Boys, the Black You Gold, the Kings. I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, one game on the road, Monday night, tough place to play, yada, 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 yada. I guess we got to kind of see what happens this week. Tough game to pick. Tough game to pick. I think right now the point spread somewhere around 6.5. And a total somewhere up in the 50s. You figure this could be a high-scoring football game right here. I mean, you would have to figure that this is going to be high-scoring right here. You gotta, let's see what we got. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. I gotta go one more boom, and we pull that up. And yeah, the Saints. The total is 56. Up from a 54.5. Man, I New England never loses 2 in a row, but man, I tell you, you might see a different Saints team this week. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the game against Minnesota was just a preseason game. Maybe that's how we look at it. Maybe we look at the first game of the season as the third preseason game. But I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But, man, I tell you, if I had to pick the game, I'd probably take the Saints, but it's not going to make my card. I don't think if it goes to 7, 7.5, 8, I might have to fool around with it. But I was very disappointed in the Saints on Monday night. I mean, there were 3 things that just ate me alive as a gambler. The first one, you try to get the ball back. After a punt, Minnesota's got it like 3rd and 1. I mean, they're going to make it. As soon as they make it, then Minnesota starts calling their timeouts. Next thing you know, they're in the end zone. They're in the end zone. It was unbelievable. And then, of course, the field goal over the 2-yard line. Yeah, I know you need 3 scores, but, man, you don't kick a field goal over the 2-yard line. That's when you go for it. That's when you're close. You're close. You got to take a chance. Hey, offensive coordinator, do we have a play that we can get 2 yards with? And, of course, late in the game, the Saints have a chance to get the ball back one more time, and on 3rd and 7, guy runs for like 15 yards. I could have made the first down. They could have pitched it to me, and I mean, there was just nobody there. It was the worst defensive call in the history of pro sports. That's how bad it was. If you look at the replay of the first down Minnesota got to end the football game, it's laughable. It's laughable. So it all comes out of this week, Cap. It all comes out of this week, and just like the LSU game. Even though, because in college ain't like the pros, if you lose and you're done. In college football, it's kind of like an elimination tournament for everybody. Everybody says, why don't we have a college football playoff where we have 16 teams? We already have a college football playoff. If you lose, you're out. It's as simple as that. If you lose, you're out. If you lose a game during the regular season, unless it's to a top 5 kind of team, you're pretty much out. And that's why LSU's got to win this week. That's why the Tigers, they got to come away with a win. The LSU has a 0 chance of making it to the national championship game if they lose to the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Game 187-188. The game opened 5.5 and 52. I think that says 5.5. I got to put my glasses on. MeatMan's got glasses now, if you can believe this. It took him 48 years, but I finally got glasses. And look, you see I put the glasses on and I see LSU open 6.5 and 52. It's up to 7.5 in some spots, 7 in others. And the total's hovering around 54.5 and 55. So that's a pretty good move now when you steam through. You start at 6.5 and you move it to 7 and then 7.5. It takes quite a few bucks in order to do that. And then of course you move the total someplace at 55.5, so you got a 3.5 point move on the total. That's going to be a tough game to bet because if you remember last year, LSU had Mississippi State. LSU had them, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 Mississippi State was right back in the game. They actually had the ball with a chance to take the lead in the game, I think, if I'm not mistaken. LSU wound up winning the game 23-20. But I'm pretty sure they were up like 23-3. The spread on the game was 13 points. So, you pretty much got the same point spread if you take 3 points for home field advantage. Last year, LSU was a 13-point favorite at home. You take away the 3 points for home field advantage. You give Mississippi State 3 points for home field advantage. That's pretty much how you got the spread this year. Basically the same 2 teams playing. Of course, no Leonard Fournette. We're going to talk about him in just a little bit. So the 2 games that I won't be picking today are the LSU Tigers against the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the New England Patriots against the New Orleans Saints. Those are 2 games I won't be picking. So we're going to stop talking about them. And now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty because the MeatMan, I went 2-5 last week. 3-1 the first week in college football. And last week, 2-5. 1-2 in the colleges, 1-3 in the pros. That puts him at 5-6 on the year, not including the preseason. Not including the preseason, I'm 5-6. Not good. Not good, but we're going to turn that around this week. I got some good plays, man. I got some good plays here. I got some good ones. So let's go ahead. We'll get the show started out here. But before we do that, I just want to quickly remind everybody that the following information is to be used as news material only and is not intended to violate any state, federal, or local laws. All right, I'm in a contest. I'm in this contest out in Las Vegas. It's the last man standing contest, where you pick one game each week, pro or college. There's a college contest, there's a pro contest. You pick one game each week against the point spread. If you win, you move on to the next week. If you lose, you're done. If you lose, you're done. So it's $25 a piece. Buy 4, get 1 free. So the MeatMan's got 5 entries. Now, in the pro contest, they had 4,595 people enter the contest. 4,595. That's how many entries they had. And as a group, we went 860 wins and 3,735 losses. That's almost unbelievable if you stop and think about it. That's almost unbelievable. That's under 20%. Under 20%. The 4,595 entries that we had in the contest, we picked under 20%. I was 2 and 3 in the contest. I still got 2 entries. I hate to say it, this is going to sound pretty chicken or whatever. I'd rather be in a contest with 2 entries when you only got 860 people in the contest as opposed to having 5 entries where they got 4,500 people in the contest, because right now I got a ticket for every 430 people in the contest. After the first week, I had a ticket for every 900 people in the contest. So I kind of like this. I kind of like my spot here. So I got 2 entries in the pro football contest, and I'm going to put both my entries, both of them, on the Jacksonville Jaguars plus the 2.5 points. I got to see what the spread is here. In the contest, the spread's 2.5. In the real world, 2. 2. We'll call it 2. In the real world, we'll call it 2. The game opened to Pickett and 49.5. So the odds makers at Bookmaker at Chris, Costa Rica International Sports, where the line originates, they put it up at a Pickett. Tennessee became the favorite at Jacksonville at a total 43.5 at open. It's down to 42. I can tell you right now, Cap, Jacksonville with Leonard Fournette is a totally different football team. They got the quarterback, Blake Bortles. He never had a running game. He never had a running back. He never had a running back. Now he's got one. He's got one in Leonard Fournette. And what I like about here is the home team always wins this game right here. The last 6 times Jacksonville and Tennessee have played, the home team is 6-0. Tennessee 3-0 at home. Jacksonville 3-0 at home. And Jacksonville, all 3 of their wins, not only did they win the game, but they win the game outright. Is there a more overhyped team in the NFL than the Tennessee Titans? I mean, come on. The Tennessee Titans, they're very overhyped, man. They're an overhyped team. Yeah, they played decent football at the end of the year last year. But, come on. During that run, during that stretch, where Tennessee was red hot last year, they won at Chicago. Then they won at home against Denver. Then they went to Kansas City, the Tennessee Titans. They beat the Titans 19-17. The last week of the season, they beat the Houston Texans at home 24-17. And right in the middle of that winning streak where they lose at Jacksonville, they get pounded 38-17. Not even close. Not even close. Now look, Jacksonville on the other hand, look, I know it's tough to make an argument for him, but look at this Dalvin Cook guy on Monday night playing for Minnesota. Look how good he was. He was taking like the 40-something pick in the draft. Leonard Fournette was taking the number 4 pick. Look, this Leonard Fournette's a special player. And he's going to turn Jacksonville's offense around. He's going to make Blake Bortles a better quarterback. Jacksonville, come on, the bottom line, they went on the road last week and they put it on Houston 29-7. 29-7. The same Houston team that went to Cincinnati and beat the Bengals last night. Whatever the score of that Borathon was. I mean, what a boring game that was. Thank God we had Houston. Because, man, I mean, that's the kind of game to make you want to kill yourself. But since we had Houston, it was pretty fun to watch, I guess, all things considered. Jacksonville's the real deal, Cap, as far as the AFC South. You got to remember something. The whole AFC South is pretty much up for grabs this week. And if Jacksonville, the Jaguars, win this game at home, they're 2-0. Both of their wins will be against AFC South teams. And, man, I mean, hey, Tennessee will be 0-2. Indianapolis, at best, can be 1-1, and Houston would be 1-1. Jacksonville could be 2-0. Houston could be 1-1. And Jacksonville would have a 2-game lead in the AFC South, because not only would they be up a game, but they'd also have the tiebreaker. This is the biggest game in the Jacksonville Jaguars in about 10 years. In about 10 years. And I think they're going to show up, man. Tennessee, last year, when they were hot as a firecracker, went to Jacksonville and got their you-know-what handed to them by a couple of touchdowns. There's no reason in the world, week number 1, the Tennessee Titans were favored over the Oakland Raiders. There's no reason in the world. Week number 2 of the NFL, the Tennessee Titans ought to be favored over anybody, including the Jacksonville Jaguars, a place they've lost 3 straight times in Jacksonville, straight up and against the spread. My only pick of the week in the NFL, right here on the program. It's the same play I'm going to play in the last man standing contest out here in Las Vegas, but there's 860 people. There's only 860 people left. Out of 4,595, there was 3,735 losers. That's mind-boggling. So I got 2 entries left. I'm putting them both on the Jacksonville Jaguars plus 2.5 points. All right, now look, if you want any more NFL plays, I'm sure I'm going to have some on Sunday. You can call me Sunday at about Central Time. You figure about 10 o'clock Central Time. That's about 8 a.m. Pacific Time. You're looking to bet some NFL games, I want you to give me a call at 1-833-MEATMAN. That's right, I'm Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. And not only am I the easiest man to find in Las Vegas, I'm now the easiest man on planet Earth to get in touch with. 1-833-MEATMAN. 1-833-MEATMAN. Just give me a call, say you listen to me here on the program, and I'll give you the winners. I know I'm going to have more than one game on Sunday, but that's all I got right now. And the last thing I want to do is force a bunch of picks on everybody, especially after the tough week last week. And I got a lot of college games. So it's a big combo deal. We got a big thing for the college football. So we'll just leave it at one play. As of right now, for Sunday, the NFL will take the Jacksonville Jaguars at home plus a 2.5. All right, we got to take a break. Got to take a commercial break. I don't know, it's going to be like 3-4 minutes. And when we come back, I'm going to give you some college football plays. I got at least 4 college football games that I literally love more than life itself. And you can love them with me, brother. Absolutely free. But do not touch that dial. You're listening to Sportsline with Dave the MeatMan Scandaliato. And you're doing it right here, Cap, on 910 AM WBR. CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. Give me a couple of minutes, all right? Thank you. What's going on? All right, well, Well, I'm doing my show right now, so I'm going to get the one I'm playing tonight is UTEP plus 23. And when I'm finished with the show, I'll call you with the plays for tomorrow. I'll talk to you at the top of the hour, about 10 minutes past the top of the hour. See, but I am taking UTEP tonight plus the 23 against Arizona. All right, see you later. How's the post-game show been going? Obviously, I don't get to watch it because I live out here in Las Vegas. It's going all right? All right. I'll just leave it at that. All right. And welcome back to Sportsline. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. And I'm coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports and gaming capital of the United States of America. And just like we do every Friday, we meet on the radio on 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We talk about football games against the spread. And up until last week, MeatMan was money man. That's what you're going to call me. Instead of the Meat Man, you're going to call me the Money Man. But not so good last week. Now, look, I'll be the first guy to admit when I lose, man. That's how it works. It just eats me alive that I'm not telling you how great I am. It's very humbling when you got to tell everybody you got buried last week with a 2-5. A 2-5. But once again, no losses in the preseason. 3-1 week 1. So we don't count the preseason games. So right now we stand at 5 wins and 6 losses on a season. No, it's not good. I believe I'm not going to get a lot of people to tune in. Who's going to tell their friends about that? Hey, man, you're looking to lose some money to the bookie over the weekend? Turn on 9:10 a.m. WUBR, CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Guy gives out losers. I don't want that reputation, Cap. I don't like it. I don't like it. I needed the Saints to win on Monday night to go 3-4 like a guy in a hospital needed blood, man. And what did the Saints do to me? What did the Hoot-Hatters, the Bless You Boys, the Black and Gold, the Cha-Chings, what did they do? They poop right on a meat man's head. Right on my head. Drew Brees took a big dump right on a meat man's head. Running the ball on 3rd and goal from the 5. Who called that play? Who's the moron that called that? Hey, look. Who's the football genius that calls a running play on 3rd and goal from the 5? With no intentions of going for it on 4th down. I can understand if it's late in the game and you need a touchdown like a guy in the hospital needs blood, and maybe you run the ball on 3rd and 5, knowing that you still got 4th down, but who does that? Who does that? I mean, let's be brutally honest. Who does that? But that's all right. That's all right. I take my loss like a man. So I got to win this week. Speaking of winning, Don't forget, you can get a free play every day on the new Sports Forum message board at payafteryouwin.com. That's right. They had a little technical problem with the website. So I just put up this rinky-dink message board where I put up one free play every day. And I got a football play up for tonight. Every night I got a play. Every night there's a free play at payafteryouwin.com. 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 Don't let the name fool you, Cap. It's called payafteryouwin.com, and it will be payafteryouwin.com one day. But for right now, it's just a parked domain name till a MeatMan decides what I want to do with it. I got a lot of things on the table, Cap. I don't know which way I want to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which way I want to go. But for right now, you can go there every day and get a free play at payafteryouwin.com. So that's right. We meet every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time, right here on 9, 10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. We pick the games against the spread. No sugarcoating it here, Cap. No sugarcoating. Remember that? You know, I was the first guy on the radio picking games against the spread, talking about the offshore sports book. They didn't even know what an offshore sports book was when I started talking about these things. Now that's where the line originates. The line on the point spread don't originate in Las Vegas anymore. It originates at a place called Chris, Costa Rica International Sports. Yep. All right, so I told you about the pro football contest. I got 2 entries still left in, and I'm putting them both at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the college contest was just as bad. In the college contest, we had 2,755 people enter. And as a group, we went 586 and 2,169. Which is mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. I mean, it's like 20%. 20%. I mean, in the pros, we were under 20%. In the college, we're just over 20%. I still have 3. I still got 3 of the 586 entries. Like I said, when it started, I had 5 of the 2,700 entries. I had 1 entry for every 500. Now I got 1 entry for every, 190 people in the contest. I like my spot. Now, unlike the pros, where I'm putting both entries on the Jacksonville Jaguars plus the points, which was my first documented pick right here on the program, I'm going to put 3 different picks in this. The problem is I don't know what 3 they're going to be. I got 4 that I'm looking at right now. And I got to pick 3 from those 4. And I'm going 3-0, man. I can feel it. I can just feel it. You ever get that feeling, Cap? You ever get that feeling, that loving feeling? That's what I got right now with the Tulane Green Wave. I know a lot of people out there don't like Tulane, the Green Wave. I know I'm doing a show in Baton Rouge. But do you like money? Do you like money? I mean, that's the question you have to ask yourself. Do you like money? You don't have to like Tulane. You don't have to pull for Tulane. You don't have to watch the game. All you got to do is make the bet and then check your account 3.5 hours and look at how much more money you got in it than you had when you started. That's it. That's it. You ain't got to wear nothing green, nothing blue. You don't have to sing the Tulane fight song, the hullabaloo and all that. You ain't got to do none of that, Cap. None of that's required. None of that is required in order to make a bet. None of that's required. And hey, look, here's the bottom line. If Buddy Tevens was coaching the Tulane Green Wave, I'd be all over Oklahoma, minus the 33. If Chris Selfo was coaching the Tulane Green Wave. I'd be all over Oklahoma. Minus a 33. Bob, how you like me now, Toledo? Was a head coach at Tulane, I'd be all over the Oklahoma Sooners. But this Willie Fritz guy, I'm telling you, man, this coach Tulane's got now, he's going to keep the Wave competitive. And when you're getting 30-something and a half, and you can play competitive, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, man. I mean, that's what you're looking for. You want a team that's a live dog, like the Tulane Green Wave all right here, even though they don't have any chance of winning a game. You want a team that's a live dog, getting a lot of points, and you know is going to play hard. That's what you got with the Green Wave, and it's up to 35. Some place have it at 35 and a half. It opened 34 and 57. It's now up to 35, 35 and a half. And the total's anywhere from 55 to 54 and a half. I mean, come on, look. Oklahoma beat Ohio State over the weekend. They looked at the schedule the following week, and they see on there the Tulane Green Wave. And they thinking to themselves, we ain't even going to practice this week. Practice. Like Allen Iverson. Practice. Oklahoma's not even going to practice to play the Tulane Green Wave. I can see the score is going to be something like 55 to 35. Oklahoma will jump out to the 21-0 lead. It'll look like a total blowout. Next thing you know, the Wave kind of climbs their way back in the game. Next thing you know, it's 24-14. You're thinking to yourself, the 33 is looking pretty good. They go to the halftime. Oklahoma's up 31-14. But I mean, you know, you still got an 18-point cushion for the second half. The Wave comes out, scores 2 touchdowns. Oklahoma's got to put up 30-something points in the second half. Man, look, Oklahoma is going to lose interest in this game. And 35 points is just too much. I mean, it's just way too much. I mean, look, it's just too much. It's just too much. I mean, it's too much. It's too much. The bottom line is take the Wave, man. Take the Tulane Green Wave. Look, like I said, I know you don't like Tulane. I know a lot of people in Baton Rouge don't like Tulane, but it's all about the money, Cap. This ain't all about picking the teams that we like and dislike. No, I used to bet against Tulane every week. When Buddy Stevens was the coach, I'd bet against him every week. When Chris Shelfo was the coach at Tulane and Bob Toledo, I bet against Tulane every week. It was like free money. Just bet against them every week. It was like free money. It was like having a ATM machine following you around. Everywhere you go, just spitting out cash all over the place. And look, I just know Tulane when they have a bad coach and when they have a good coach. And right now they got a good coach. And good coaches don't lose by 35 points. It's as simple as that. Good coaches don't lose by 35 points. That's as simple as that. I don't expect Tulane to win the game. I don't think Tulane's going to win the game. But I do think the Tulane Green Wave can keep it within 35. And that is going to be my first college pick for the program today. Put me down for the Greeny Weenies. Plus the 35. All right, my next game, I'm going to take Louisville, the Cardinals, plus the 3 against Clemson, the Tigers. It's game 147-148. Game open, Clemson 2.5. It's up to 3. The total opened 61. It's down to 58.5, 58. Someplace got 57.5. Last year, these two teams played, and Louisville was actually the favorite on the road, and I had Louisville. And Lamar Jackson was doing his thing, man, and it looked like Louisville was gonna take down Clemson, but then Clemson rallied. They rallied and they took the lead. And Deshaun Watson, he really looked good in the game. He really did. I got to give him credit. They beat Louisville, but Louisville was favored in Clemson. Now, it's a year later. Lamar Jackson is the man with the plan, the boss with the sauce. He's now 9-5 to win the Heisman Trophy. He was like 8-10-1 to win the Heisman Trophy back-to-back years. Well, he's not a favorite, man. He's not a favorite. He's going to get Clemson at home. And anybody that thinks that the Clemson Tigers are a better football team now than they were with Deshaun Watson is nuts. You're nuts. You're absolutely nuts. You've lost total contact with reality. Deshaun Watson started the game last night for the Houston Texans. He goes on the road in the jungle. He beats the Cincinnati Bengals. And the bottom line is that very rarely happens. Very rarely happens. That doesn't happen much. I just think the bottom line is Louisville's just better than Clemson. But since Clemson won the national championship and they're undefeated this year and they beat Auburn last week, but I think the wrong team's favored here. I think the wrong team's favored. Remember when Lamar Jackson had that big game against Florida State last year? And they put up like 60 points. I think that's what's going to happen here against Clemson. Lamar Jackson's going to score, I'm going to predict it right now, minimum 5 touchdowns. And the Louisville Cardinals are going to beat the ever-living you-know-what out of the Clemson Tigers on Saturday. Put me in, coach. I am absolutely, positively, unequivocally ready to play. I'll take the Louisville Cardinals at home, plus the points, plus the 3 points. Saturday night, 5 o'clock kickoff here in Las Vegas, 7 o'clock kickoff back in Baton Rouge. I'll take the Louisville Cardinals at home, plus the 3 points. All right, we got to take a break. Got to take another quick commercial break here. When we come back, I got at least 2 more college football games that I'm going to give everybody. Of course, I'm going to recap everything that we talked about here on the program. So don't touch that dial, Cap. You're listening to Sports Line Radio with Dave the MeatMan Scandaliato. I'm coming at you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're doing it all right here like one big happy family for 910 AM WUBR. CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge.
Sorry, see what you can do, all 4 tenths.
All right. 20 minutes away. Don gets to go home. You have nightmares about LSU and Buddy Songy's weather app and Cypress Lake Apartments and Chrisand going 10-0 and it just night after night you just toss and turn. Your wife's like, Don, you all right? Right, you don't. No. I got to go get some water. I'll be right back. All right, we're going to take UTEP tonight, plus the 23 against Arizona. That's the late game. The third game. UTEP, Texas, El Paso against Arizona. Yep, and I'm doing my radio show. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. All right. And welcome back to Sports Line Radio, the final segment for this week's Sports Line Radio broadcast. Don't forget, if you need to get in touch with the MeatMan, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you give me a call, 1-833-MEATMAN, 1-833-MEATMAN, 1-833-MEATMAN. That's right, that's my own personal phone number that I'm going to have until the day I die, man. That's the bottom line. I'm going to have that phone number until the day I die. I mean, until the day I die. I'm never going to get rid of it. Why would I get rid of it? Why? Why? It don't cost nothing. Like $10 a month. It doesn't cost nothing. I love it. You just call me on that. It's real easy. I answer the phone. MeatMan can help you. People are like, wow, I dialed 1-833-MEATMAN. And I actually get to talk to the MeatMan. That's right. Look, the bottom line is, I know how people do in the gambling world. In the Hilton contest and the Super contest, week 1, the contestants were under 40%. In the 2 contests I'm in the pro contest, they didn't even hit 20%. In the college contest, they hit just over 20%. Look, I know it's not as easy as it looks. That's why you listen to the program. That's why you follow the MeatMan. That's why it's very important to me that I give you winners here on this show. I don't want to give you a bunch of losers, man. Believe me, that ain't what I'm here to do. If I'm just going to give you a bunch of losers, I'm not going to do this. I can tell you that right now. If we're not going to win, there's no point doing it. So far I've given you 3 plays. In the pro football, I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars plus the 2.5 at home. Actually, Jacksonville's 2.5 in the contest. They're 2 in the real world. Jacksonville plus 2 against the Houston Texans. And then I got the Tulane Green Wave plus the 35 against the Oklahoma Sooners, and I'm taking the Louisville Cardinals plus the 3 against the Clemson Tigers. Now, I said I had 4 college games. That's 2 of them. The other 2, I'm going to take a flyer, man. I'm going to go ahead and take a shot with Texas. Texas is getting 16 points against USC, the Trojans. The line opened 14. It's up to 16. The total opened 67. 67 and a half and 68's out there. This is a big game for the new head coach of Texas, Tom Herman. This is it. This is a statement game for him. And I think he's going to have Texas ready to play. Yeah, he lost that first week to Maryland, but maybe the Terrapins are a little better than everybody gives them credit for. And then, of course, Texas, the Longhorns, they rolled last week. And let me tell you something. This Tom Herman guy, remember, last year, he beat Oklahoma and he beat Louisville. So this guy knows how to win big games, this coach for Texas. Look, I know he used LSU a little bit to get a better job, better pay at Texas and this and that and the other thing. I don't care about none of that, Cap. That you can save all that for the soap opera. The MeatMan doesn't worry about all that stuff. I'm not into worrying about this, that, and the other thing, man. I ain't worried about all that. All I'm worried about is getting that no good, stinking, filthy bookie's wallet. You know that clown? You know that bozo? You know that guy's got that nice car? That nice house? Nice looking old lady? Got the two kids that go to the private school. You know him. You know him, the guy on the street. He don't have a job. You notice he doesn't like work for anybody. You know, him. Right. Him. That guy. Well, like I told you before, I tell you again, I don't want his stinking wife, his used car, his smelly house. I don't want his spoiled kids. The only thing I want is his money. And that's what I'm going to get from the no-good bookie. My bookie was so happy when he saw me this week, he finally got to collect it. I've never seen a man so happy in my entire life. This guy hadn't collected for me in like 6 weeks. Man, he was so happy. He was so happy to see me. You'd have thought we hadn't seen each other in a long time. It had just been 7 short days when he had paid me. And then 7 days before that, when he paid me. And 7 days before that, when he paid me. And 7 days before that, when he paid me. Finally got a little money out of the MeatMan. He was so happy. But I'm going to get it back. I'm going to take the Texas Longhorns on the road, plus the 16 points on Saturday night against the USC Trojans. All right, so that's 3 college football games. I got 3 entries left in the college football contest. The problem is I got 4 teams. I got 4 teams, and the last one I'm looking at Memphis plus the 3 at home against UCLA, the Bruins. And I'm liking this East Coast, West Coast thing, to be brutally honest with you. This game is going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning as far as UCLA is concerned. This is a 12 o'clock Eastern time start, an 11 a.m. Central time start. It's a 9 a.m. Pacific time start. That means UCLA's got to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to get ready for this football game. Memphis, they're going to be on their regular schedule. They're going to be on their regular schedule, man. Memphis is going to be on their regular schedule. Everything's going to be hunky-dory. And UCLA, who knows, man? Who knows? And I mean, UCLA, they're losing by 30-something to Texas A&M. I'll give them credit for the rally and all that. They come back and win. Then they beat Hawaii. But they were both at home, man. Both those games were at home. And now they're going to go on the road. And not only going on the road, they're going cross country. They're going cross country, and they're going to play a team at 9 in the morning. I just don't think UCLA is that good, man. I mean, I guess that's what the bottom line is. That's what the bottom line. You got to remember, UCLA, they didn't even go to a stinking bowl game last year. I mean, UCLA last year lost 6 out of their last 7 games. The only team they had beaten was Oregon State. Outside of that, UCLA lost 6 out of their last 7 games. They sought out the season. They're losing by 30-some-odd points before the Texas A&M collapse, I guess. I don't even know how you would call it. They come back, win the game, and then they beat Hawaii. Hawaii, who was an underdog to UMass. I mean, come on, man. I mean, UCLA beats Hawaii, an underdog to the UMass Minutemen, who have won 1 game the last however many against, I don't even know who the team is. Wagner, the Seahawks. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Now UCLA is going on the road, a bad football team that lost 7 out of their last 8 or 6 out of their last 7 last year before the start of this year. And now they're going to play a Memphis Tigers team who won their first game of the season, then had an off week. They played on Thursday night, August the 31st, 2017, and now they've had 2 weeks to prepare for UCLA. I like Memphis in this spot. The line opened 4.5. It's down to 3. I don't like that. I'll be the first guy to admit I don't like that. The total on the game opened 72. That's up to 73. Even though the point spread went down a little bit, I'm still going to take a shot. I'll take Memphis, the Tigers at home. Like I said, it's a 9 a.m. Pacific time start. 11 a.m. in Baton Rouge Central Time, noon Eastern Time. This is a bad spot for UCLA, man. This is a bad spot, having to travel across the country, playing in a totally different time zone. First game of the day, one of those super early games. It's a non-conference game. Man, I tell you, this is a bad spot for the UCLA Bruins. So, put me down for the Memphis Tigers at home, plus the 3 points. All right, so in the contest, see, this is where it gets tricky in the contest. Because in the contest, I can get Memphis plus 3.5. And even though 3 is not really a key number in college football like it is in the pros, a 3 is still a 3. A 3 is still a 3. I mean, you could win overtime by 3 points, 3-0. You could kick a field goal in overtime, and then the other team scores a touchdown, and they don't kick the extra point, and that would land on 3 because you can't score more than a 6 in overtime. So there's a lot of situations where that extra half a point in college football is really not bad, and that's what's very tempting about making Memphis one of my picks for the contest this week, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do. All I know is I've narrowed them down to 4 plays. I'm either taking the Texas Longhorns in the contest. In the contest, there's 16.5. In the real world, there's 16. I'm going to take the Tulane Green Wave. They're 33.5 in the contest, 35 in the real world. I could take the Louisville Cardinals, 3 in the real world. I'm going to take the Louisville Cardinals, 3 in the real world, 3.5 in the contest. And then the Memphis Tigers, 3 in the real world, 3.5 in the contest. So the thing is, I can get Memphis and Louisville, where you're supposed to only get 3 points in the real world, and I get extra point and get that half a point. I'm playing them either way. Which ones I put in the contest, I'm not 100% sure. But I know my paid customers, the people that call 1-833-MEATMAN. Anybody calls me today, 1-833-MEATMAN. There's been about 6, 7 people that have called today. Everybody that's called that number today, you got the 4 picks that I just gave you out here on the program. The Texas Longhorns plus the 16, the Tulane Green Wave plus the 35, the Louisville Cardinals plus the 3, and the Memphis Tigers plus the 3. And then in the NFL, we're going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars plus the 2.5 at home against the most overhyped team in all of pro football, the Tennessee Titans, man. Jacksonville's beaten Tennessee 3 straight times in Jacksonville. The Jaguars have a running game with Leonard Fournette now. So, man, I'm telling you, Blake Bortles, he's going to be a changed man with Leonard Fournette in the backfield. Jacksonville, the Jaguars can open up a 2-game lead in the AFC South just by starting out 2-0, because they won the first week against the Houston Texans. They beat the Tennessee Titans this week, and watch out for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So that's my only pick on the program in the pro football. And that gives you a 5-pack right there after a very rough 2-5 last week from the Meat Man. I'm looking to bounce back with the 5-0, Cap. I'm going 5-0. I'm calling it right now. 5-0, 4-0 in the college football, 1-0 in the NFL. Now look, you want to talk to the meat man off air? You got some games you want to talk about? You need some advice? You just, you need anything to do with betting on sports? I want you to give me a call right out here in Las Vegas at 1-833-MEATMAN. 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 Well, of course, you can always send me a text message, or an email, I should say, to Dave@meatandpotatoes.com, Dave@meatandpotatoes.com, or Dave@payafteryouwin.com, Dave@payafteryouwin.com. You can text message me at 702-609-0930, 702-609-0930. That's my personal cell phone number. You ever want to text the meat man, 702-609-0930. Don't forget, you get that free play every day at the new Sports Forum message board at payafteryouwin.com, www.payafteryouwin.com, payafteryouwin.com. Get that free play up every day, including the play on the football game tonight, the late game, man. Yes, sir. Got it up there absolutely free. All right, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this edition of Sportsline Radio. As always, I want to thank my man Don back in the studio. He makes my job easy, Cap. All I got to do is talk, and Don takes care of the rest. Of course, I want to thank my man TK Tommy Chrysan for getting me the spot here on 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio Baton Rouge. And, of course, I want to thank my man Alan, the owner of Pelican Sports TV and Pelican Sports Radio, for giving me the opportunity to do this. Make sure you bet with your head, not over it. Money management is the key to turning a profit. Betting sports. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I'll see you in 167 hours right here on Sportsline. All righty. Well, I appreciate that. Everything went pretty smooth. No glitches, nothing like that. All right. It's amazing. You move 1,500 miles away, everything works fine. You're 60 miles away, it just doesn't work. It's fascinating to me. Fascinating. All right. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully LSU wins. I'll see you next week. All right. That's going to wrap it up for this edition of Sportsline Radio. Don't forget, you need to get in touch with the Meat Man. Here's my iPhone right here, Cap. This my own personal iPhone. You call me on my own personal toll-free number, 1-833-MEATMAN. 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 I'm going to have this number till the day I die. 1-833-MEATMAN. Don't forget, you can email me, Dave@meatandpotatoes.com, Dave@meatandpotatoes.com, or Dave@payafteryouwin.com. Don't forget, get that free play every day at the new Sports Forum message board at payafteryouwin.com. Don't forget, you can watch the rebroadcast of this program on YouTube, which is what you're doing right now. We do the show live every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio Baton Rouge. Of course, you can listen live at PelicanSportsTV.com, PelicanSportsTV.com. I want to thank everybody who tuned into the live show or watched the rebroadcast. You want to become friends on Facebook? Just let the Meat Man know, and we can be friends on Facebook. So, as always, my name is Dave, the Meat Man Scandaliato. I'll see you in 167 hours right here on Sportsline.